If you're tired of sounding like a grammar book, this one is for you. In this video, you'll learn how to replace stiff textbook English with real, natural expressions that native speakers actually use. And here's your challenge. Don't just listen. Shadow the whole thing out loud. If you're serious about fluency, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our daily training. This is not boring vocabulary. It's transformation. Let's get real for a second. A lot of learners feel stuck. They study for months, sometimes years, but when they speak, something still feels off. The grammar is okay. The pronunciation is fine. But the sentences, they sound strange. Too formal. Too slow. Too fake. The reason. You're probably using the right words, but in the wrong way. Here's the truth. Fluent English isn't just about vocabulary. It's about using the right expressions in the right moment. It's about rhythm, tone, and trust. If your sentences sound too perfect, they don't sound real. And if they don't sound real, people don't feel connected to you. So what should you say instead? Let's look at some of the most common phrases learners use, and what native speakers say instead, in real life. These changes are small, but they make a huge difference. You probably learn to say, "I'm fine, thank you," when someone asks how you are. But real native speakers almost never say that. It sounds robotic. Instead, try something like, "I'm doing good, thanks. You?" Or, "Not bad. How about you?" These answers are softer, more casual, more relaxed. They sound like real conversation, not a test. Now let's talk about, "I don't know." You'll hear that in books all the time. And it's not wrong. But it's not how most people speak when they're just chatting. Instead of saying, "I don't know," you could say, "No idea. Not sure. Couldn't tell you." These all mean the same thing, but they sound lighter, less stiff, less serious. The same goes for, "I do not understand." That sounds like you're in a courtroom. It's too formal for everyday talk. Try something more real like, "I don't get it." "Wait, what?" "Sorry, you lost me." These expressions do the same job, but they match the tone of casual English. Here's another one. "I am very hungry." Technically, it's correct. But native speakers don't usually say it like that. They go with things like, "I'm starving. I could eat a whole pizza right now." "I'm so hungry it hurts." It's more vivid, more real, more emotional. Now let's look at how you agree with someone. You might say, "I agree with you." But in a real conversation, that feels a little too strong. A little too formal. Try something like, "Totally. Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing." These are soft, quick ways to agree, and they help you sound fluent without trying too hard. And what about when you want to say, "I think so"? That's fine, but it can feel a bit neutral. Try adding a bit more tone. You could say, "Seems like it. Looks that way. Yeah, probably." Small changes like this build trust. They help people feel like they're talking to a real person, not a textbook character. Now here's a powerful one. Instead of saying, I'm going to the store, native speakers often drop the I am and say, gonna run to the store, heading out to the store, just popping out real quick. These are casual everyday phrases that learners almost never learn in class, but they're everywhere in real life. And when something surprises you, don't just say, that is surprising. That sounds flat. Try something with real emotion. No way. You're kidding. Seriously. That's how real conversations stay alive, with energy, emotion, and tone. Let's take a moment here to say something important. This isn't about sounding cool. It's about connection. When you speak like a native, people relax. They open up. They listen. They don't focus on your grammar. They focus on you. Now let's talk about how you make requests. You probably learned, could you please help me? Which is totally fine, but it can feel too polite, too distant. In real life, people say things like, can you give me a hand? Mind helping me out? Could you take a look at this real quick? It's more personal, more casual. And that's how fluent English works. It's not stiff, it's soft and flexible. Let's also talk about how to say goodbye. You probably learned goodbye or see you later. Those work, but let's expand that list. Try catch you later, talk soon, take care. These are quick and real. They don't feel like a language exam. They feel like everyday talk. The same goes for saying sorry. You might say, I am sorry. That's okay, but there are better ways depending on the situation. If you bumped into someone, oops, sorry. If you forgot to reply to a message, my bad. If you made someone wait, sorry for the hold up. Matching the phrase to the moment, that's the key. Here's another big one, expressing excitement. If you say, I am very happy, people understand. But it doesn't sound alive. Try something like, I'm so pumped. Super excited about this. Can't wait. Again, these phrases do the same thing, but they sound real. And that's the fluency you're after. Even for saying no, there are smoother ways. Instead of, I do not want that, try, I'm good thanks. I'll pass. Not really feeling it. The goal is to sound kind, casual, and confident, not cold or distant. And when you're not sure how to respond, don't panic. Just buy time with phrases like, let me think. Interesting question. Not sure off the top of my head. These keep the flow going. And they make you sound calm, even if you're not. Let's go even further. Sometimes you want to explain something complicated. You could say, it is difficult to explain. That works, but you can also say, it's kind of hard to put into words. It's tricky to explain. You sort of have to see it to get it. This adds layers to your fluency. It shows people that you're thinking, not just repeating. And when something's obvious, instead of saying, it is clear, try, totally makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty clear. Oh, for sure. Natural. Soft. Real. Now, here's something powerful. Native speakers often skip full grammar in fast speech. Instead of saying, I have got to go, you'll hear, gotta go, need to run, time to head out. And instead of, I want to, they say, wanna, as in, I wanna grab something to eat. I wanna check that out. The point is, real English bends the rules. And if you want to sound fluent, you've got to start noticing these patterns and practicing them. That's why shadowing is so important. It trains your brain to copy not just the words, but the sound, the feeling, the music of English. And the more you shadow real English, like this script, the faster you'll grow. So let's end with a challenge. Go back through this video. Pick 5 phrases that felt new to you. Say them out loud. Make them yours. Then use them today, in a message, in a conversation, or just to yourself. These aren't just better ways to say things. They're bridges. Bridges between grammar and connection, between knowledge and confidence, between knowing English and living it. So now it's your turn. Leave a comment and tell us, what's one phrase from this video that surprised you? Which one will you use today? Share it below. And if this video helped you feel more confident, send it to a friend who's learning too. Like the video, subscribe, ring the bell. And remember, we've got new lessons every single day. Let's grow together.